back to my channel. My name is Ryan. I haven't said that in over a year. Hello. So hopefully you guys haven't forgotten about me, but I'm back. So we'll talk about all of that later. Don't worry, I'll address why I was gone, all of that fun stuff, and why I'm coming back. Anyways, today's video, we are going to do kind of a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to a concert tonight. I get to see Metallica. I've never seen them. They're one of my favorite bands, and I'm super excited. Not only is it to see Metallica, but it's also in honor of their 40-year anniversary. So super, super exciting in San Francisco. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this for months. So I'm just gonna kind of film a video getting ready. Mostly gonna focus on the eyes. I might not show as much of like my face getting ready, but we'll see like how long this part takes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so this might be kind of weird because I haven't filmed in so long, so hopefully the way everything looks is okay, and if it's not, then I will just fix it for the next time. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do like a burgundy kind of look, but with also like silver in it, I think. I don't know, that just sounds cute. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a bunch of different palettes. I have all of these palettes right here that I'm probably gonna pull from, but definitely want to have more burgundy in here. So let's see, and that'll kind of match the shirt that I'm probably gonna wear tonight too. So yeah, let's see what we're looking at. So I don't want to start with like the darkest shade. I'm gonna go in, let's see, so I'm gonna just take a bigger fluffier brush, just this one right here. Most of my brushes are from Amazon, so I'm not really going to go over like what brush, but I'll show you what it looks like. And then we're going to go into the Wilderness palette. This palette is amazing. It's probably one of the only eyeshadow palettes I've bought in the last year, but it is amazing. And this is the color we're going to go into. So this one right here. Also, don't mind, I broke my nail. I have had a series of unfortunate events. Anyways, yeah, just kind of bad luck on and off for the last week, and that included not only breaking my glasses, also breaking a nail, and I just got my nails filled. So anyways, let's go ahead, and I already primed my eyes, got my eyes ready, so let's just go ahead and start. So I'm using kind of like the medium shade right now. Then I'll go in with the darker shade that I'm going to use. I'm going to do like a faux cut crease, my favorite thing ever to do. So also I'm filming in my living room, but I couldn't resist because it's so cute and it's all Christmassy, so that is the vibe that we want to go with. Okay, and then after this I'm going to go trying to think of what kind of color I want to blend this out with. I'm thinking maybe just like a neutral, more brown color. So let's find a more neutral color to blend the outer portion of this with. Let's see, what do I have? Kind of just picked whatever palettes had pretty silvers and also more burgundy tones. I'm gonna use this ColourPop X's and O's palette. This palette is probably too old for me to still have, but don't judge me. I don't know, I love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of blend this out. That color was not the color that I wanted. Oh no. Okay, I've made a mistake. Alright, so in in the effort to not get up and walk away and get distracted, I'm gonna go and just take the blush that I have, which is, not blush, wow, bronzer, from e.l.f. I don't know what one it is, but this packaging is a little well loved and also broken, so not showing it, but it's one of the round ones. Yeah. But I'm just going to take that to kind of be my outer color, because that one that I picked up was a shade that I wasn't really expecting, so. And this is just to kind of blend this out a little bit, and then obviously we're going to go in and pack a little bit more. Anyways, that shade was a little more pink than I really wanted, so we'll see how much of it I decide to keep in there anyways. So, let me pick my next shade and we'll kind of get into a little bit more of why I was gone for so long, because this is my first video in a little over a year. I'm going to go back into the X's and O's palette, and I'm going to use this color here. I might even go, I think I'm going to go in with this color and to kind of deepen it up, and then use this one to deepen it up even more, because I don't fully like the color that I started with. It's a little more pink than I wanted. In that palette, I've used most of the greens and the like blues, but not so much the red colors, so it was different than what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so basically the reason why I was gone, so it's kind of a, there's not like a specific reason, but there is at the same time. So the most easy way to put it, and by the way, it wasn't anything that I planned. I wasn't planning on just disappearing. It went from like me being like a couple weeks without filming to a little over a month, and then 2 months, and then 3 months, and then all of a sudden it's over a year. And at that point I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go back, what I'm gonna do. So the main reason for it is mostly mental. When the pandemic started, I was about a year into my YouTube journey, so I was having a lot of fun. I was really just overall enjoying it, and when the pandemic started, I was able to stay home and dedicate more time to filming. And it was amazing. It was just the best experience ever, being able to be at home, being able to film whenever I wanted to. In the beginning, we kind of had a little bit of a speed bump because we were also moving, but after we moved and got settled into our new place, it was the best. It literally was the best. And I was able to spend however much time I wanted to on filming and didn't have to worry about work. My paychecks from unemployment were, in the beginning, were better than what I was making while I was working, and that was just a plus. It was great. So, you know, although just the beginning of the pandemic was hard for everyone, there was a silver lining to it for me, because I got to stay home. I was making better money staying home. I was doing my part to keep myself safe, my family safe, and everyone else safe by staying home. And I got to put in more time, almost an unlimited amount of time, into filming. And it was amazing. I was super happy. I loved every second of it. And I didn't end up going back to work until about September of 2020. So once I went back to work, everything was fine. Really no complaints. I just taking a little bit of glitter primer so I can kind of put this down and do a faux cut crease with whatever shimmers I decide to put down. And I'm just using a flat brush, but hold on, this takes concentration, so I think I need to pick up a little bit more. is really just a faux cut crease. Doesn't really have to be perfect. Honestly, nothing about my makeup is ever perfect, so... Oh, I have an eyelash. I should have made a wish. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get into whatever shimmers I want. Anyways, I can't remember where I really left off. I went back to work in September. I think I'm gonna use this Kaleidos, whatever palette this one is, the Futurism 2, so Cyber Bronze, and I'm gonna use the silver shade in there. And I'm gonna start with my finger, and then I'll use my brush. I might even use this red shade in here as well, honestly. Okay, so I went back to work in September. I actually, when we moved closer to my work. So in the beginning, it was awesome. A lot of things about my job had changed to kind of cater to, you know, the new rules around COVID and just how to kind of proceed from there. So a lot of things about my jobs, I think the things that I didn't like as much changed, and it was great. So even going back to work, it was enjoyable. My commute wasn't bad. You know, obviously I didn't have as much time to work on my videos, but for the most part, I still was in a pretty good space, like mentally, and I was actually enjoying being back to work because it gives you that level of socialization that you didn't have before. So yeah, it wasn't bad. Do I want to do a burgundy or do I want to do a gold? We'll do a burgundy. Let me just see what colors I have first and then decide what color, but I think I'm actually leaning towards the color in the Kaleidos palette anyways. Maybe even that one. Yeah, we'll see. We'll start with the red and then maybe I'll do more of this color after. So I was enjoying being back to work. It was pretty good. Then things start to pick up, get a little bit busier. The commute started to pick up. Things started to get a little bit back to normal. And I think that's just kind of where like the stress of just everyday life was taking me. And around the time that I stopped filming, I was just, you know, busy, tired. I basically had to film on my weekends, and that was something that I was doing before, so it was something that I was used to, but then in my head I was just so used to what things were becoming when I wasn't working that environment of filming was just so much better because I got to focus on what I really wanted to do. And obviously once work started back up again for me, it wasn't an option because, you know, I need to work to make a living to be able to afford to live in my apartment, especially in the Bay Area. So things just kind of got hectic. Things got bad for me mentally because I was getting frustrated that I wasn't able to focus all of my time into what I really enjoyed doing, which was filming videos, and that took a toll on me mentally. It was frustrating because I wanted to just film. That's all I wanted to do, and I couldn't do that, and I was trying to get myself to, sorry, I'm going to use this shade. I was trying to get myself to really understand that, and I think with that just added extra stress and definitely was depressing for me because it's frustrating, you know. I basically got to devote all of my time to this, which is something I never fully got to do before. I was always working full time, so it was just something that I was doing in my spare time. But getting a taste of what it felt like to be able to do it whenever I wanted to was amazing. So getting kind of used to the fact that I couldn't just do it whenever, and then, balancing it with work, although that was something I was familiar with, it got to be too much, and it was stressful again and just depressing for me that I couldn't spend the amount of time on it that I wanted to, and then I had to push it into the weekends. And the weekends are the time, especially if you're working full time, are the time that you have to spend with your friends and family to do the things around the house. You kind of have to cram everything into your weekend, and yeah, it just took a toll on me mentally. And around the time that I stopped filming, I think I just became a little bit more busy, and we got closer to the holidays. I don't even remember exactly when my last video was. I just know that it was like over a year ago. So that's basically just the gist of it. I fell out of filming. I was putting it off. I just stopped doing it. And it wasn't anything that I really ever planned to do. It wasn't intentional. And the more time that went by that I wasn't filming, I was, still planning on doing it, but I didn't really know when I was going to. I'm going to go back into the Wilderness palette to the shade that I first started with, just to kind of put something underneath my eyes. So yeah, it just turned into more and more time without filming, and it was totally, sorry, doing this part always bothers me because I feel like I get like the brush in my eyes no matter what I try to do. Okay. So yeah, it was one of those things like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I'd have people ask me about it. Well, why aren't you like filming anymore? Are you gonna come back? What are you gonna do? And in the beginning it was like, yeah, I will, I just don't know when. Like, yeah, I will, I'm gonna do it, I'm not gonna quit, I just don't know when. And trying to think if there's anything else I want to add, but so far I'm liking this look though. Anyways, do I want to like darken it a little bit more? Do I want to? I don't know. I don't know if I need to. But yeah, anyways, I'm trying to think of like a good place to leave off. But so yeah, that's what happened. Now I'm looking for a inner corner color. But one thing I want to address too, and I also feel super bad about this, is, well, first I want to just thank everyone who did check in with me, who asked me how I was doing, where I was, just hoping, just saying, oh, I hope you're okay, like, I hope everything's alright, checking in with me, just letting me know that they're concerned, or asking me what's wrong, or where I was. I appreciate every single one of you that asked me like what was going on and just checked in on me in general. I really appreciate it. The one thing I want to apologize for is after a while, I kind of just stopped even ever going onto YouTube. I wasn't watching videos. I wasn't doing anything. I was seeing my comments, but sometimes I wouldn't see them until weeks after someone left a comment. Sometimes I'd see it and I would put off answering it because I wanted to give like the full answer and I wanted to be like fully transparent, but then I kept putting it off because I didn't have the time, or I wasn't in the right headspace to answer something like, how are you doing, where are you? Like, it just was something that, I don't know. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna use this for my inner corner highlight. I don't know if I already said that, but I like making sure I have time to fully address things when they need to be addressed, and to like give someone my full attention. So I'm that person that will not respond to text messages because I want to respond at a better time when I have more time to do it. And that's kind of what happened with a lot of your guys' comments, was I just was going to do it and I never did. And I feel really bad for all of the people that I basically left on red or, just didn't answer because I wanted to. And in the general like scheme of things, there's not really an excuse for not responding, but it just kind of happened to some of your guys' comments. So for those of you that I didn't answer and you were genuinely like concerned about me, I'm so sorry that I didn't answer you. I'm here. Yeah, so I hope you guys forgive me and still want to watch my videos and still hang out with me, because I am excited to be back. Um, it was just something that kind of happened overnight. I was gifted this really cool light setup, mostly because I do photography, but I was like, this would be the perfect light for filming, and I'm not using it right now because I haven't like taken the time to learn it yet, so I wanted to make sure that my first video was going to be easier to film and kind of get through and edit, so I was stuck with what I knew. But I'll definitely be using that light, and I'm very excited for that. So I kind of took that as a sign to get back to doing this, because it was something that I genuinely love and wanted to get back to, but kind of wasn't sure if it was ever gonna happen again. So I'm here. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other eye off camera, and to be completely honest, I might even do most, if not all, of my makeup off camera after this as well. Then I'll just show you guys the kind of the end product of everything, and yeah, so I will be back. Okay, so now that I have most of my eyes done, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the face part. All of my products are not camera ready, but yeah, I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh foundation by, sorry, I couldn't remember if it was a foundation or BB cream or whatever. So it's a foundation. So this here, ugh, please ignore the bottle. For some reason, it just like leaks in the cap like all the time, and I kind of got to the point where I was like over cleaning it. So it just does its own thing now. But anyways, plus it's a very like thin, runny foundation anyways. So I'm just gonna take a beauty sponge, and this is basically the only foundation I've been using for a while, so it's very light coverage. And then I just go in with concealer, and that's about it. Very light, nothing too heavy. So with that, I just do kind of a very light base over my face. Then I'll go over any areas that need a little bit more. Especially like this area and here is usually really red for me. And then I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer under my eyes first. Kind of clean up that shadow. I did add eyeliner, and there were a couple changes to the eyeshadow too. So I'll go over that in a sec. So basically the silver I went over with another silver. So I used the one in the Kaleidos palette, but then I also used one in the Nabla, I think is how you say it, palette. So I went in to this palette and I used the silver. So it's just this palette here. I went in with a couple different shades in the inner corner because I couldn't decide. So the like overlaying color is this one in this palette here. And then these palettes are the Cutie palettes from Nabla. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know. But I bought these in the beginning of the pandemic, and I was gonna do a video on them and I never did. But they're amazing. I actually just started using them very recently. I don't know why I waited so long to do anything with them, and I absolutely love them. I think there's like 3 or 4. I don't remember. I know there's at least another one that I have, but I didn't bring it out because I knew I wasn't gonna use it. I'm just gonna do a little bit right here. on my nose. Just basically anywhere else I want this to go. And since I'm using a really light foundation, I kind of use this to cover up any like texture, redness, anything like that. Okay, so let's do blush and bronzer. Both of the ones I'm using are like the ones I use every single time. They're the e.l.f. ones that are like in the circle packaging with the clear front. Not showing them because like I said, a lot of my makeup is in crappy shape, not very camera ready, so I'm just gonna start with blush. I'm not really sure why I'm starting with blush right now because I almost always start with bronzer. I don't know why I said bronzer that way, but it's cool. Add a little bit more blush because I feel like my left side is not as much. I'm gonna use a little bit of blush on my nose. I am by no means a good person when it comes to contouring, so this is about as good as I get, so yeah. I'm 100% an eyeshadow person, but most of you probably already knew that. So I just basically do the finishing touches now and also put some lashes on. For the finishing touches, that usually means brow gel. I'm trying new techniques with my brows, but I can't do them as naturally as I would want because there's not, like I have enough hair there, but it's not full, it's not thick, so it definitely needs some help still. I just do brow gel in the front and less product to hopefully make them look a little more natural. I'm not sure how obviously dip browed my eyebrows are, but it's a product I've been wanting to move away from since I know those harsher brows are not a thing anymore. They're not really in, but kind of gotta go with what I feel comfortable with and then also what looks good just with how my brows are. But doing the brow gel and kind of fluffing up your brows a little bit, the brow hair, is a way to make them look a little more natural, even though you obviously have more product in those babies, and that's okay. Alright, so this is basically our finished look. I will figure out what I'm going to do lip color wise. Gonna basically finish getting ready, so probably within the next hour or so. Definitely want to start getting ready to leave. A lot of the stuff, like merch and stuff, is outside and it's available all weekend long, so I want to make sure I get there and I'm able to get the things that I really want to get. Probably gonna spend way too much money getting merch, but you know what? This is literally a once in a lifetime thing that's happening right now, and the fact that I get to be a part of it is awesome. I get to be there, and yeah. I know this will be too late to tell you guys that it's gonna be on Amazon when it's live, but if you do end up watching it before this video comes out, since I'm assuming this video will be out a couple days after Sunday, then let me know if you watched it and what you thought, or if you even like Metallica. And you know, who knows, you might not even be into that kind of music. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna doing my finishing touches with my eyeliner, tight lining, gonna do some lashes, gotta do my hair. I'll come back, show you guys the finished look, talk about the future of my channel briefly, what I have planned, and we'll go from there. So this is the finished look. Hopefully everything looks good on the camera because I need contacts. There's a hair or something out of place. Sorry. Couldn't do anything about it because I literally can't see it. So anyways, this is the finished look. Same thing with the lashes. I'm sure the lashes are messed up. So don't judge me. Hopefully everything looks okay or good enough, but this is the look. This is the shirt that I'm wearing. I know that's kind of lame. Like, I feel like that used to be lame. Maybe it still is, but I love this shirt and I love Metallica, so I don't really care. I'm not used to wearing lashes anymore, so might have been a bad application on my part, but anyways, this is a shirt. I'm probably just gonna throw like a leather jacket over this, and I'm wearing leggings and maybe combat boots. I don't know if I'm feeling that serious today or not. It's gonna be about a mile walk to the venue because for some reason they didn't make parking with the venue when they built the Chase Center. I think there's like parking near it, but then obviously I'm sure that's all going to be sold out by the time we get there anyways, even though we're getting there like a little bit early. But there's a ton of other parking like areas near it, but they're all like a mile out. So combat boots that I haven't broken in yet, probably not the best idea, but they're a contender. Yeah, anyways, this is it. So just a quick little thing before I end the video. I will be doing more. I think the next video is going to be maybe like a Christmassy look. I want to do something with red and green just because it's fun. Why not? And I had an idea that I really wanted to do anyways. So probably do that. And then the video after that will likely be the week after. But I have a new series that I want to do on here that I'll reveal when I do that video. It's something that I've been wanting to do for years, and it'll be a consistent series on here. I don't know how many new product reviews I'm going to be doing. That was something that I really focused on before, and unfortunately just like financially I don't know if I'm going to be able to do those, or at least not very often if I do. So it won't be a lot of new product reviews, but like I said, I have a series in mind that I really want to do, so that'll be part of the channel for a little bit. And it'll be interesting. I hope you guys like it because it's definitely different. So yeah, I guess I will let this go because I could probably keep talking about other things that aren't really relevant, but I'm back. I'm not gonna have a full like schedule, but like I said, I think my next video will be before Christmas, hopefully. So if not, then I'll let you guys know. I will be a little bit better of keeping in touch. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, that would be the best way of kind of just keeping up with me if anything does happen, anything changes. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. I hope you like this video, and it feels really good to be back. So yeah, I will see you next time.